Welcome. My name's Dylan. I just put a PhD in physics on hold. I was in astrophysics, actually, theoretical slash computational astrophysics, simulating baby universes on supercomputers. And it was super cool. But here we are. I dropped out. I wanted to make some stuff. I wanted to try and create some stuff. You get paid like a peasant in a PhD in academia. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll come back to it. I've got to show you my little businesses before we watch this, because that is why I'm here. This is Cal. Come check it out. Your boy made it. This is AI My Cars. These are the cars. This is the DMC DeLorean I was talking about. Someone did on their Corvette. Sick. Looks like they just pulled it from the internet. And this is AI My Interior. And these are the pictures I was talking about, which look photorealistic, which you just had to stare at my fat head.
Constellation Starship Frontier. We have you on scanners. Performing remote systems check.
Love Fallout 4.
Helium-3 tanks check. Seals are intact.
25 years in the making.
We are still go.
Sounds like Halo right now. Shields regenerated.
They say the wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
That's a beautiful line. It really is. I'm not going to linger on too much about this, but if you didn't realize, all of astrophysics comes down to looking at and deciphering light. That's everything. Everything we understand about our universe is all thanks to just deciphering light. That's majestic to realize. Now we've kind of opened a new window to our universe with gravitational stuff. So you might have seen the Nobel Prize fairly recently. Kip Thorne, my boy, also helped write Interstellar. He won a Nobel Prize for this kind of new window of the universe. We can kind of use gravity as a telescope now. We kind of use gravity to see what the universe is doing. And it also opens up more of the universe. But we're still working out all the kinks. I mean, we don't even really understand gravity on the quantum scale, so that makes it really hard. But anyway, let's keep going.
What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
What did they find?
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
I remember watching this teaser, actually.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure.
It's a bit absolutist. I would never say that. I mean, they're still like in human form, so I think they're far from the final journey of humanity.
On-loop array full check.
There's a mech.
Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
That's a cool number. I would say this has clearly been made by dreamers and wanderers, because, yeah, I can relate to that enormously. But let's be honest. Take a look around at our species. We got we give all this money, most of our resources, to people who throw balls through hoops, or who else? People who pretend to be other people, or people who have. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. Instead of people solving cancer and infectious, I saw just in the paper today when I was at work, this, and it was this tiny little section in this whole paper about just bullshit, and it was like, this person, PhD researcher from some Doherty's Institute in Melbourne, helped solve this huge thing in infections, and it's going to save millions of lives globally, and it's got this little fucking. It's like, what are we doing as a species? And this is off the backs of PhDs, right, who get paid like peasants down here, below the poverty line. I cannot emphasize enough how messed up our priorities are as a species right now. Clearly written by the dreamers. What an amazing world it would be if everyone thought like this, right? We just want to see what's out there. And curiosity-driven life, living, whatever. Oh, fuck, where'd you go? Oh, I love this logo. This logo is so good. It's got alpha in there as well. In the Einstein's equations, it kind of represents dark energy, which I wonder if that's what maybe this whole game is about. That's such a guess, but well, I mean, just to give you some science, because this is meant to be science, right? Like dark energy, we actually discovered it. I don't think he's Australian. I think he's American. He just moved down here. Maybe he's part Australian. Brian Schmidt. He's over at Australian National University in Canberra. He basically discovered, and a team of researchers, that they were looking at type 1a supernova. You probably know what that is, right? And type 1a, I'm pretty sure that's the one from memory where, white dwarfs near a black hole. A white dwarf is a late stage star where it's kind of like blown off its outer layers. Our sun will eventually turn into a white dwarf. Very small things. They'll live on for a very long time. But anyway, so when you get a white dwarf around a black hole, they kind of get torn to shreds, and that matter ends up feeding the black hole. At a certain point, the white hole actually goes supernova. Some mass gets added to the white hole as well. Am I saying white hole here? What the f am I saying? My goodness, I need to check myself. Jesus Christ. White hole. The white dwarf will eventually go supernova, and it's a certain kind of supernova, right? And the brightness we figured out with the mathematics is roughly always the same. It should be. And so what we can do, if we know how bright these should be, is we can use it as what we call a standard candle. We can use it as like a ladder to measure the universe. We can put out our ladder into the universe and be like, that's how far these things are away. That's how many parsecs or whatever you want to use. So I'm bringing this back to dark energy. What we realized is if you measure these supernovas throughout the universe and how far away they are, you can see, you can kind of get an estimate of the size of the universe in a sense. A standard candle, we use different things to measure different distances. Okay, so like parallax, you can measure very close stars. Very far stars, you got to use other stuff. If they're a certain brightness, right, what we realized is that the further they are away, these type 1a supernova, how do you explain this? From this, basically, we realized the universe is expanding. So that's what I'm trying to get to, right? So we realized as these things are further away, they're further than they should be. So we realized there must be something in the universe making it expand faster and faster, right? We knew the universe was expanding because earlier, Hubble's law, we realized the further you look, the further away the galaxy is. And everything around us is actually moving away from us, except for the local little universe. And so we realized the universe was expanding way back. Edwin Hubble. He used to be a lawyer, then became an astronomer, so he restores everyone's faith in humanity. And so we knew the universe was expanding, but this type 1a supernova result, Brian Schmidt, he realized that the universe isn't just expanding, it's accelerating in its expansion. This is an empirical observational result. Okay, so there's evidence for this. This isn't like we got this out of the equations. This is what some people call Einstein's biggest blunder, because he put this alpha thing in to kind of stabilize his equation so the universe wasn't expanding, and then he took it out and he put it back in, whatever the story is, right? And turns out the universe isn't like, kind of stable. It is expanding at an accelerating rate. And we now use this alpha in the equations. We refer to that as dark energy. We know basically nothing else about it. So we can measure, though, how fast the expansion is, and we can look at the history of the universe and measure how it's changed. So super interesting stuff. I thought I'd mention that. Gameplay trailer. Should we check this out as well? I've still got time. My brain it's just not firing today. It's not like piecing together coherent things.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is,
we've always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. Have we? Or have we just seeked to know the unknown? You know what I mean? you can definitely go out about it. Like you might realize if you try to understand the unknown, you'll get more knowledge. But I think it comes down to like the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious, right? We're all attracted to mysterious shit. You know, whether it's people who are uneducated, attracted to spiritual things, or anything mysterious is like
sensational.
So even the nerds and the educated, they seek out mystery too. And it's not necessarily for knowledge. It is just because they want to know. And if you're philosophically inclined, if you have a lot of thoughts up in your big brain, you kind of want to know what's going on. You want to know why you're here. But anyway, that's just I'm just nitpicking.
Not that the field of stars is so vast.
Did you see the recent study about Betelgeuse going supernova in a few decades? Man, I wish it's correct because I would love to see a supernova. Yeah, I did. It's exciting, isn't it? So that would be epic if we saw that. If you didn't know, guys, Betelgeuse is about to go supernova. We had no idea when it would be. It could be in thousands of years, blah, blah, blah. But there's a new study suggesting it might actually happen really, really soon. There's some news like throughout the years about this as well, which was kind of turned out to be wrong. This could turn out to be wrong. But I just mentioning this because it's actually super cool. If it goes supernova, it'll be as bright as like a normal star, potentially even our moon for like for a little while. There was actually a supernova recorded in the history of our species, 1050, 1052, 1055, around there, I think, or 1152. I'm pretty sure it's 1052. Chinese astronomers recorded it, and it was as bright as the moon in the sky, and you could see it during the day. So how cool would that be, right?
But that we have measured it.
Beautiful song. I am not a Giga Chad. Years in the making. Brand new universe.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
Debatable if it's the biggest question, but certainly one of the biggest. What is the biggest question, guys? What do you think the biggest question is? What's out there? Or maybe like why/how are we here? But maybe that is the same question. It's almost like the biggest questions all converge on some unified question, and we don't understand the question yet. And the question is in the language of mathematics. We can't understand the sort of meaning or purpose of life because we don't understand the right question to ask yet. And it's all about, finding what is the right question. True origin of the universe, what was before the beginning? Yeah, but like if you ask what was before the beginning, the answer might not explain everything. You know what I mean? It might just be, if there's a God, right? God. Well, where'd the God come from? Just why? Why? Why is all the way down? Yeah. It's such a fun thing to ponder though, isn't it? Like, what is the ultimate question of this place, but also your life? You know what I mean? How do they connect? It's interesting going through life. Do you kind of strive to bring those together, like couple them, or, I kind of worry that society and the way the universe, our world currently is you actually can't couple them. To couple them is to kind of live this solitary, lonely existence. So I don't know. I don't want to push any of you away from doing physics though. What's the ultimate question is the real ultimate question. Okay, Eminem. Siri, play Infinite by Eminem. Wow, is that a dinosaur?
You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
That's a good idea, Wyatt.
We do.
This looks sensational.
We do not fully understand.
This is giving me cyberpunk-esque vibes, but opening up the universe, not just, in Neo Tokyo 2077.
All that is at work here.
No finer group
What's up,
in the
Johnny D?
stars to be unraveling this mystery.
So the Soviet Union persists. The Poruski, the Russians
Follow
are still
you
here.
from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love
Bye-bye.
this part.
Did they say grab jump? That's you speaking my language, bro.
Ready. I love this part.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump
Love
is
it.
ready.
Grab
I
jump.
love this part.
Those are very cool visuals.
These artifacts could be everything we
It's always the same, and I'm okay with it because I think it's the best template for sci-fi. I am one of the biggest sci-fi nerds possibly in the universe, and I'm telling you, the best template for sci-fi is mysterious, ambiguous alien artifacts or something alien we don't understand, clearly intelligently designed. We have no idea what it is. That is the ultimate template. All the best sci-fi. You got The Expanse, you got 2001: A Space Odyssey, you got now Starfield. You've got pretty much every good sci-fi you can think of. Halo with the Forerunners. It's just the reason why I think, you know, they all converge is because it's what I said earlier about the mysterious. You have to invoke the mysterious, and not only that, because we don't understand what's going on in the universe and how much there is to it, you kind of have to invoke ambiguity if you want to stay within the realms of hard sci-fi.
been looking for. Another
Effect.
great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the
Foundation as well.
galaxy could be at risk.
Gameplay looks sick. Damn, that looked like Dune. You know, Dune 1, where they had those, I can't think of them. They have such cool names, but it's not coming to me. I want to say Dothraki, but that is Game of Thrones. That is Jason Momoa. This kind of looks like Fallout mixed with Dune. That scene where they kind of like put on their armor and they go. Oh, that's a cool gameplay mechanic.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road.
That looked like Expanse. Oh, I can't even talk, man. The Expanse. I sound like an American sometimes. I get that autistic accent.
Lies at the end of this road.
Look at this. Looks like some kind of portal, just like The Expanse.
Will change you.
So they found their way to Utah.
Whatever lies at
Star Wars
the
now.
end of this road.
Look, Utah.
Will
Saturn.
change humanity
Rule of our solar system.
forever.
Oh, that's a very cool. The cinematography here is very nice. Props to whoever
Forever.
designed this. Look at that. SpaceX. Space launch in the desert. I mean, I don't think it's very practical with all the sand. There was a lizard. Big chickens. Big crabs. Cool tattoos. Very cool tattoos. Not a bad dress. Average fashion.
This is where we belong.
There's that. Oh. And they do it around a planet. Majestic logo. I'm going to play this. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a great night. Make sure you have a beer. Watch something sick. Go play Halo if you haven't. Go learn some physics.